At any time during Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's stay on the property, did you see Mr. Depp become physical with anyone?
I never saw Mr. Depp get physical with anyone when I saw him.
To say things are not particularly going Amber Heard's way in her and Johnny Depp's libel trial would be a gross understatement. This past week, Depp's team of attorneys brought in a new witness that seemingly slaughtered Heard's previous accounts of domestic abuse, allegedly exposing the actress to have been lying all this while. So what did Depp's witness reveal, and how did the witness's testimony affect Heard's case? Writer and director Morgan Knight took to the stand in the $50 million Depp versus Heard defamation suit on Tuesday, May 24, 2022. Let's just say he didn't have nice things to say about the defendant, Amber Heard. Knight was brought in to testify as a witness to an incident that is now being referred to as the Hicksville episode, which supposedly occurred in June 2013. Seemingly narrating what he had witnessed, Knight, who was a former owner and live-in manager of the Hicksville Trailer Palace, stated that contrary to the story spun by Heard and her former best friend Raquel "Rocky" Pennington, Depp did not yell at nor assault Heard during their stay at the motel. Knight further added that it was the 36-year-old actress who rather yelled at Depp, and that he witnessed the 58-year-old actor appear to be cowering during the argument and grew quieter after it. Recounting the story in a completely different light from what Heard and her former bestie had claimed, Knight explained that it was Amber who he witnessed was jealous and aggressive towards Johnny that day, to the point that he saw Johnny hide away from her. According to Knight, he saw Depp's entire demeanor change during the rest of the trip due to that one incident. Knight also admitted that he could only recognize that behavior as easily as he did because he was once a victim of domestic abuse himself. In Knight's own words, "I was speaking with Mr. Depp just one-on-one, talking about Hicksville, and Miss Heard came over and she said, 'I want to talk to you.' And she seemed upset about something. So I went back in the house and they went off on their own. She started yelling at him and I didn't want to hear it. It honestly was really triggering because I've been in an emotionally abusive relationship before," the manager explained.
He was kind of cowering and seemed almost afraid, and it was really odd to see because he was older than her, obviously. So when I saw Mr. Depp on my next rounds, he apologized profusely and said, "I'm really sorry about that." She was upset.
He honestly, throughout the rest of the night, became a lot more quiet and was just very petulant. In the beginning of the night, he was a lot more outgoing and extroverted, and as the night went on, he was less and less so and more quiet, he said. Unlike Heard, who also claimed that Depp had trashed the trailer that fateful night after physically assaulting her, Knight made it known that such was not the case. "The innkeepers let me know that there was some damage in one of the trailers, and it happened to be Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's trailer," the manager further explained. He concluded that the damage was not as extensive as Heard made it out to be, saying,
There was a light sconce by the bathroom in the bedroom that had been broken off the wall, and a couple pieces were on the floor, and they were, it was basically just broken. The light fixture was hanging on the wall still, except for the pieces that were on the floor.
Clarifying that the broken light cost only $61. Now, with this new revelation comes an onslaught of online reactions from both Depp and Amber fans. Fans of the Pirates of the Caribbean actor has taken to social media to call out Heard's alleged lies, and some even went as far as making up theories that they'd already foretold Amber's discrepancies. "I've been saying there were receipts about Hicksville. This witness gave those receipts," one fan said of Knight's testimony. "He sounds like all of us who recognize abuse and the abuse Amber obviously inflicted on Johnny," one person tweeted, while another observer replied, "You can see that Mr. Knight came to tell the truth and the whole truth. He's not wearing a fancy suit, not mumbling and stumbling over his words. He's there to set the record straight. Amber Heard, you're done. I can't believe I'm sitting here crying as I'm thinking about how Johnny Depp must have felt that night in Hicksville. He must have felt so lonely that night, lonely and alone and bruised. I'm so happy he got away from her. No one deserves to feel that way," another fan expressed. Of course, Amber's team of supporters didn't take kindly to Morgan Knight's testimony, with many accusing the gentleman of skewing details in Depp's favor. One angry Amber fan said right off the moment Knight testified, saying, "Another loser on Depp's payroll. Like, how are people believing this? Depp is a liar and an abuser, and it's time to wake up. This guy lied on the stand," one even went as far as saying. Another fan of Heard pretty much laid out all the supposed evidence lined up against Depp, tweeting, Depp's own assistant messaged Amber to apologize for Johnny beating her up. Depp's neighbors talked about him hitting Amber, and even Depp's agent of 30 years said she believes Johnny might have abused Amber, yet his fans don't care. Now, it is most interesting to note that Knight isn't the only one to speak up for Johnny Depp. Several others have also spoken up for Depp, including his ex-girlfriend Kate Moss, who also testified on her former beau's behalf. Perhaps this overwhelming support for Depp only seems to buttress his fans' theory that he might have been the one who was truly abused. The only proof she's given comes from Amber herself, which doesn't hold up to the sniff test. No medical records, no one seeing the abuse, no actual bruises. Nothing but her words, one Depp fan concluded. So, do you believe Morgan Knight's account of what occurred? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.